aspects in the perception of sitting in the center, which will create a whole experience for us, a meditative journey. So let's begin and call upon the guardian of the East, the spirit of the East, the rising, the first of the four cardinal directions of the middle world, you could say, in which we as the heart beings are sitting right now and taking care of the space. So we call upon the guardian of the West and bringing in the energy of the guardian of the West into our space, the opposite of the East, the autumn to the spring. And we feel how that feels to bring this quality back in our space, just to invite it to be there. Call upon the guardian of the South, the summer, the sun. Really understanding the dynamics of human consciousness, how the world is spinning, the seasons of ourself and our life, and really this middle world in which we are living, which we are experiencing. We call upon the guardian of the North. We let this quality come into the space too. And just acknowledge in which direction you're facing in your medicine wheel. Are you looking to the north? Are you looking to the east? Where are you located? And just don't change it, just acknowledge it. And I would like you to get aware of the center. And you also call upon the guardian of your sacred heart. Your angel, if you have done the ATH workshop, you bring your angel back into your awareness. The personal angel, the higher self, a representation of yours. And you acknowledge that those guardians are carrying the qualities of the elements. To just invite them to bring those 5 elements, the number of the human being, the 5, together in you. Bring the fire and the water in balance, and the earth and the air. Bring fresh winds to bring grounding, but also the necessary fire to keep you warm and the necessary water to not let the fire burn you, and to bring a softness, some humidity, so you can breathe effortlessly. Just let these qualities come together inside of you. I would like you to send a beam of light from your heart down into the earth and connect with the direction of below, the 5th direction. Just say, I love you, Mother Earth. I love you. Just feel her loving you back. We are sending a beam of light from our heart through our prana tube, through the crown chakra, out, up into the heavens, touching the unity grid, the Christ consciousness grid, connecting with that and going beyond into the sun, the central sun, into Father Sky. I love you, I love you, I love you, Father Sky. I love you, Father Universe. And we feel how this love is coming back to us. So you might recognize that this is the prayer of the 7 sacred directions in many indigenous cultures. And it's simultaneously the octahedron, the 8. It's a geometry. And it's according to the Egyptian creation story. It's the spirit does the first 6 movements, which are from the center, left, right, front, back, down, and up. And this is an octahedron. And once this octahedron moves in all directions, it becomes a sphere. It just spins through its own axis. So if we sit in there, this is a place, a sacred space, in which we become a channel between worlds, the above and the below. But we are also stable in where we are right now, through the cardinal directions. It's from this space where I start my day every day, so I wanted to invite you to experience that. Okay. I would like you to remember that there's a prana tube running through your body. And it's also straight if you're not sitting quite straight, which is a beautiful side effect of geometry. You can sit in it, you can lay in it. It's still has those geometric fields. And one of them is the Merkaba, or the stellated dodecahedron, which is all around it, the expanded Lightbody. You have the torus field and a lot of geometries in between. So we have our inner energy field, which is the Leonardo sphere. And we have an inner Merkaba and we have an outer Merkaba field, an outer torus field, an inner torus field. And in the very center of this inner torus field sits the 0 point, the tiny space of the heart. So I would like you to focus yourself inside of your chest and feel you are being pulled into the sacred space of your heart. Like your heart is a cosmic sun and it just pulls you in like a magnet. And you move and you just go in. And you might recognize you do a 90-degree turn to go into this different octave. This, and this sacred space of the heart, if we spend some time there, it's really a library. It's a space where we can have a communication, our higher consciousness. We can commune and ask about our history, where we're coming from, maybe even where we're going, our personal Akashic records. And sometimes, like Drunvalu's way was just sitting in there and letting happen what's happening, very female way. I have a lot of questions. I often ask too much in there. But again, there's also a balance between seeking and reaching out. Just acknowledge that this place holds a lot of wisdom. And for the sake of this meditation, we're gonna go into the tiny space. Just let ourselves be pulled there. We move again. And just with our intention, we're gonna go into the tiny space of the heart. And we maybe can feel how there's a shift. Again, it's an octave higher, it's a 90-degree turn. And we're there, tiny space. It doesn't need to make sense. We just are there right now. And we can slowly turn around a little bit. And we can move 360 degrees around and just feel if there's a certain direction which feels really nice. And there's one way which I found it's very nice. So let's go back and face in the direction like your body is facing, but you're just sitting in your tiny space. And you move slightly to the right. And there's a certain point which you will feel very good. I cannot describe it differently. And it turned out it's the connection from your lower heart chakra in between your nipples, which is connected to your tiny space. It's the angle in which it comes into the tiny space. Very interesting. And so if you stand there, you're going to feel very good, just in this angle. It's slightly different. It makes me very happy if I just go into this angle. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know you can go there later, maybe today or tomorrow, and explore this further. Just really like to sit exactly there in meditation. Right. So I like you to do the tantra of the heart. You're gonna put the tongue up on the palate, just behind your upper teeth, and you go slowly back until you find the point between the soft and the hard palate. And you start to really gently lick it, like you would kiss yourself. And it can feel like a battery, or maybe just feel the connection of the heart and the mind. And they're switching polarity. So it's plus minus, right? Negative, positive. So the heart becomes male and the mind becomes female. It's very interesting. It's just switching. But it's also creating alpha brain waves in all the 4 quadrants of your brain. And this is the reason why we are doing it right now. just to go into a deeper state of relaxation. And we're just pushing a little bit to go faster, deeper through understanding the tantra of the heart, and that it's actually bringing us very scientifically through understanding the geometries of the body into lower, more gentle brainwave states in which we can access the more subconscious and even deeper fields of awareness, of information. Okay. You can continue to do that, and you can also stop if you feel like it's okay, and just rest your tongue on the upper palate. Just leave it there if it's comfortable, so you maintain this connection. And Paul found out a very interesting thing. And now I would like to share what he taught me. He said, well, if you do pranayama, um, you can hold your right nostril and you close it. And when you breathe in, shorter and have a longer exhale. So the left nostril is going to work with the right brain, and the right nostril is the left brain. It just makes sense. He says if you want to drop deeper, if you want to use the quality of the right brain, you're going to bring intentionally an imbalance in your hemispheres. So you can close the right nostril, and you can do it right now. And you're going to breathe in just through the left one, just 3 or 4 seconds. And you have a very long exhale. And on the exhale, I want you to hum and focus on your root chakra. Mm. Inhale again. Um, and now 2 things are happening. One is you are kind of making a call to your root chakra right now, and you're dialing in, basically typing the number, and you're like calling it up. And this humming is creating 15%, up to 15%, I think, nitrogen in your blood, which is already constricting and lowering your blood pressure. It's going into the medulla, and it's lowering your heartbeat. So everything goes into the parasympathicus, which is, of course, the right brain, right? So it's a way of calming down and going into a certain space intentionally. All right. And I would like you now to check into your root chakra. And what's interesting is, and I totally forgot about that. So, in our chakras are little Merkabas, just very tiny. They're sitting at the center of this. And now, the interesting thing is, we all know probably about the Pingala and the Ida and the Sushumna, the 3 channels going up the spine, in which, of course, our chakras are physically located, but geometrically and the original projection is in the prana tube. Yeah? So the one cobra goes up the one side, the other the other. And when they link in chakra, it's actually the ratio of 34:21, which is the ratio of Mother Earth's Merkaba. So the whole set spins left, the other set spins to the right, and there's just one's neutral, the Sushumna channel. So it does make sense geometrically too. So what we're doing right now, you check into your root chakra and you just get a sense if it's too big or too small, if it's too wide open or if it's constricted and actually closed off. And you're going to turn it and just turn it with your intuition, or you can use your energy hands or whatever works for you right now and just bring it in the perfect balance. And the root chakra faces downwards, right? And now with your intention, you put from the root chakra, you put it in a 34:21 ratio. Like you command my root chakra, the Merkaba, you program it, like we program all Merkabas in the workshop too. You say 34:21, 34:21. Perfect. And now you go into the second chakra, which is below your navel and your root, your perineum. It's behind your pubic bone. Okay? That is the actual second chakra. So we're having 12 plus 1 chakras. We have 7 major and 5 minor chakras. And this is the second one. It's actually down there. So the navel chakra is actually secondary chakra, right? According to Egyptian high alchemy, right? According to Buddhist teachings. So what's interesting about this one, the entry, it's not like the root chakra going down and up and the crown chakra up and down, but it's facing front and back. So it's, the Merkaba is shifted, is looking front and back. And again, you just bring it into balance, to the perfect balance, the midpoint. It's always about balance. And you do it 34:21 program. And now with our intention, we do it in the third chakra, in the navel chakra, in the solar plexus one. And you go all the way up, the fifth chakra in between your nipples, the Christ chakra, which is connected to your tiny space, then the heart chakra, the upper one, on your thymus gland, which is connected to your right brain, then your thyroid gland, the throat chakra. It's number 7. Then we have number 8, which is our chin. It's just behind our chin. And we don't really use this much again because we are all about ascending, but it's actually connected to the descension. So it's connected to this beam of light from our pineal gland. We activate them. It's the one which we are neglecting because we cannot go any deeper than that. But usually it's used for descending. So it's very interesting and it's usually out of balance, but you just bring it into balance and just program it again on the 34:21 ratio. I know it's very practical, but bear with me. We're going to go explore in just a little bit. I just found it very profound and I do it for 2 weeks now. And I don't know, I have to do a minimum of the practices I did before. And it's just so profound. Because once you tune the instrument, you're buying a new guitar and the strings are all flappy and you have to tune it every day or even twice or three times a day. But eventually, your guitar is going to stay tuned for a long time. So you're going to have to do this practice once a month or so, just to tune them again, and then you're good to go. And it's freedom. So that's why I'm sharing this with you, because it means a lot of freedom for me, and I hope for you too. And we go into the ninth chakra. It's the medulla chakra, if you maybe know from Kriya Yoga. It's the nose chakra. And now you tune this 3421. And then we have the pineal chakra, the 10th chakra. And at this point, I would like you also to check your beams of light and just see if they are in balance. You can just do this with intention. You can use your hands and your arms. And you see again if it's too big or too small. Where's the balance point? And you kind of can feel it. Or you can even imagine, it going smaller and bigger. And there's a certain point for me where it glows golden. And that's where I stop. But it can be anything. I mean, 3421. And the 11th chakra, just the 45-degree chakra, they call it. And then at last, the 12th chakra, the crown chakra. And again, it's facing upwards. Okay. So you can come back to this later and can do it in your speed. Yeah, if you have any questions later, you can just send me a message. But now what we did, we tuned to the Merkaba of Mother Earth. But we also tuned our chakras that they are in balance. Sometimes one is very strong and others are slower. And it's interesting how it feels when they are actually aligned with each other. Because according to sacred geometry, we have 13 ways of perceiving reality. And it's a little bit like if you have a question or you have a certain topic coming up and you are making a phone call to your chakras and you ask, well, root chakra, what do you think about that? And the root chakra is all about a certain perception of reality. And you're like, well, okay, so crown, what you are all about, right? What do you think to that? So you can even have this inner communication with this focal points, you could say, of just having a broader understanding. In my experience, when I just sit with a question, I naturally just move through this perceptions, but you can also do this intentionally. It's nice to have this choice of like, well, I actually want to ask what this perception thinks about. What does my heart think? What does my right brain think? I developed this relationship with this. So I'm working with my chakra system every day for over half a decade. So for me, it's just a way of gathering information. Let's say it like this. Okay. So now that we're all charged up, I would like you to focus again on your prana tube. And you can breathe in simultaneously from above and below. Now, usually this flow is automatic. So it's flowing from above and below into us and out of us automatically. We don't have to do anything for it. But I would like you now to intentionally breathe in into the crown chakra and the root chakra simultaneously. You breathe into the crown and the root, and you breathe out from there. And you feel with every in and out breath how this two are mixing in your energy fields. You bring these qualities inside of your energy field. You're charging yourself up with the quality of the root and the crown. And they are working as teams together. So there's a science called biogeometry. You can actually discover that these are actual chakra pairs, which are linked to each other. So what happens in the crown happens in the root and vice versa. That's why shadow work is so important to reach higher states of consciousness, because if we're not clearing our root, we cannot go higher into the crowns. Just do how it works. And I would like you to take one last breath. Crown and chakra and root chakra. And now we go deeper. We breathe into our third eye chakra and into the second one, our sexual chakra. And we see how the vision of the third eye and our sexuality, like the sexual energy, are linked with each other. How this is forming creation. And we breathe into the 10th chakra and the second chakra simultaneously. And breathing out. And maybe even see the colors. And just feel them intermingling with every out breath. Okay. Breathe now into the throat chakra. And we breathe into the navel chakra and the solar plexus chakra simultaneously. So we're going to link the secondary and the primary chakra together because they work very well together. So we breathe into the throat from above and simultaneously into the navel and the solar plexus. And we feel on the out breath it's charging up. And it's going to serve a purpose. And we're going to explore this just a bit. One last time into the throat, the solar plexus and navel chakra simultaneously. And now it can feel a little exhausting because you have to concentrate a lot, but it's worth it, I promise. And now we come to the last one, our 5th chakra. And we're going to breathe into the 5th chakra, the Christ chakra, just in between our nipples, our lower heart chakra. We're going to breathe from above and below into it. And you might even feel the sphere which is around it. The sphere around it has always prana. And it has prana from higher dimensions. So you can use this prana in energy healing. It's continuously there because it's always being filled up because your Merkaba is activated. It's quite interesting. Okay. Just that you know that it's always there. So you breathe from above and below into your lower heart chakra. And you remember that you're sitting in your tiny space. And now I want you to get aware. And you can maybe move very softly, just micro, to the left and the right, the front and the back, below and above, and the middle. And just like that, you're going to reach out to your extended light body, your extended Merkaba field, the omega sphere, like the whole thing, which is extending 60 miles in all directions, your personal space, the extended personal space, and you're going to move to the left to connect with the far edge of your extended Merkaba field, to the right, a little bit to the front, and to the back, to below and above. And you really feel now that your senses are on the edge of this energy field. And some years ago, I did this with another ATH teacher, and we were sitting in a park and we were doing this. And then people just came randomly in our energy field from directions, and we had to say, oh, they come from the east, they come from the west. So it's, if you have a friend or so, just play around with it. It's quite fascinating. You can actually feel it. So we're connected to our extended Merkaba field now, our extended light body. And we're gonna move a little further. And for that, we go all the way in our extended light body, all the way up. And we go to the North Pole, just outside of Mother Earth. So Mother Earth's energy field, it's a little bit outside of Mother Earth. So we go a little bit above the North Pole. And we just stay there for a moment. And we're going to have the intention of aligning our energy field to Mother Earth's North Pole, our North Pole to her North Pole. And that's it. And you feel the calibration, and just softly we go down to the South Pole. And you're going to connect the South Pole of your extended light body with the extended light body of Mother Earth right now. Brilliant. Then we go to the left, all the way to the west, and we connect to the west point, calibrating, and we're moving to the east. And we're going to connect our east of our extended light body with the extended light body of Mother Earth. Wonderful. And we go to the front. And I don't know if you recognize this, but we're moving in an enneagram, but it also doesn't matter. We just go and we're connecting the front. It's the front of our extended light body. We connect it to the extended light body of Mother Earth, and we go behind to the back. And we connect this point. Beautiful. And now we come back to the center. And we go into the center of Mother Earth, to her heart. And we're going to connect our center to her center. And you can feel this expanded sense. You can call it a new sense. You realize you are seeing something in a slightly different way, in a more expanded way. And you stay in this connection. So all the hard work is done. We can now rest here, can rest in the heart of Mother Earth. We are simultaneously aware of our expanded light body being the expanded light body of Mother Earth. We shifted our assemblage point and we made a connection in which we feel, see, sense in a broader way. We can maybe acknowledge what she's broadcasting right now. What's the crystal core of Mother Earth? What's her radio? What is she broadcasting? And sometimes we have questions and we get an answer in an image. We get the answer in a thought form. But for now, let's say that consciousness gives us the answer in an actual shift, an actual instantaneous shift. So let's ask, what is the best and most powerful emotional state, energetic state, and consciousness state for me to shift into right now, to understand, as it would be second nature, what Mother Earth is broadcasting. And let the shift happen. We let go of what has been before and just move into the new shift. And now I would like us to just sit here, just explore, just be. Whenever you drop out a little bit from this expansion, you just subtly move up and down, left and right, front and back, and in the center to just connect to the expanded light body of Mother Earth again. And remember, oh yeah, I'm expanded all the way out, all the way down, all the way to the left, to the right. Just feel this expansion, this huge space. And then you rest again. Doing and being. You can stay in this expansion while you get aware again of your physical body too, and just try to maintain this expansion throughout your day. And you can wiggle a little bit up and down, left and right, front and back to go into this experience of this expansion of this. You could call it cosmic connection on a planetary scale, maybe. But whatever it is, you can go back into this experience, just through moving in the six directions and resting in the seventh in the center. So we are around an hour and 10 minutes in the meditation now. So let's come back slowly. And I count from 3 to 1. And when I reach the number 1, we're all gonna feel amazing and very light and remain in this connection. 3, we're slowly coming back into our physical body. Number 2, gonna feel amazing, gonna feel recharged and relaxed. And 1, we understand and maintain the connection, the expanded connection to Mother Earth Lightbody. And we're gonna be awake. Wonderful.